Nadira, hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Hi, James.
Today we're going to be talking about the lovers, SEO that works, and viral sustainability. So first, before we get into our professional development and our team building, relationship developing, am I getting a little bit of an echo there? All right. So first, in order to develop this stage of our professional development, this stage of our relationship, team building, community development, we need to first develop this next stage of our personal development, which is the stage of the lover. So opening up this stage of our journey isn't just about opening up our heart and allowing ourselves to love, but it's about opening up our heart and allowing to love ourselves in a way that not only spreads joy and bliss throughout our nervous system, our whole self-consciousness, our whole body, to get into that state of love and empowerment where you feel blossoming with self-confidence, self-worth, and the idea that I can and I am loved. But it's then radiating that expression of love to a significant other, to your great work, to your community at large. So what we thought we would do today is begin with the meditation of the lovers so that we can embody this personal development path and open up ourselves up to love. And then we're going to go into talking about how once we are in this state of love, opened up to love, that we can then nourish our business with that love and develop our professional selves. And then we're going to show how that's going to radiate out into our community through this practice of viral sustainability. So before we get started with the meditation, is there anything you'd like to add, Nadira?
I love everything that you are sharing about love and how we can use love in SEO and also in viral sustainability. I'm really excited for this.
Yes, gotta love the words associated with your search engine optimization, and being able to inspire others to love your work as well is what's going to enable them to share your work. So we're going to talk about how to create content that is shareable, that other people fall in love with and want to share through this law of viral sustainability, and how we can fall in love with the words around our business to plant that search engine optimized garden for your content. And if you're new to online business, this is going to be great for you because SEO and viral sustainability is super important, and we're going to break it down for you. If you're experienced, we might just crack open some eggshells that you haven't heard about just yet. So the purpose of the lover's meditation is the healing of relationships. So now I realize that we're going to be healing our relationship with ourselves, our relationship with our significant others, or our ability to have the significant others, our relationships with those we do business with those in our community. So a happy partnership is symbolized now. And we can recognize this longing for the spiritual love union, which you and your soulmate brings color to your life. This is a primary motivation for our relationships, is it not? We can know and we can sense that devoted, unconditional love, communion, with spiritual powers and supportive, creative relationships. They really do exist. Or else we wouldn't feel such a longing for and recognition of them when they come to us, or when we witness and respond to them. In this first part of this meditation, we're going to bring in the Archangel Raphael. Are you all okay with that? Have you ever had a spiritual experience with an archangel? So if not, don't be afraid. This might be a metaphysical experience, or you might just think you're hallucinating, but we're going to tap into the spiritual quality of Archangel Raphael. And if you don't understand spirituality or what's really going on here, just think of it as like an energetic code. So there's this sound frequency that you can make with your lips, Raphael. And in the sound frequency of that name actually holds some healing qualities, some energies that we're going to share with you how to benefit from. So Archangel Raphael, he's known as the great healing emissary of God. So we're going to summon him, and he's going to heal both our internal and external relationships. And we're going to be able to do this by two things. We're going to remove disempowering beliefs that separate us from the tangible fulfillment of our heart's desire. And then secondly, we're going to invite Archangel Raphael to bless us and our relationship. So first we're going to be doing the healing disempowering beliefs, and then we're going to be doing the new empowerment meditation. So Nadira, would you like to take us away with this first part of the meditation, healing disempowering beliefs? And then I'll finish up with new empowerment.
I would love to. So let us all perform the usual breathing and relaxation. Begin by taking in deep breaths, inhale and exhale. Imagine yourself in a garden or natural setting during the daytime, resplendent with sunshine. The meditation can also be performed outdoors in a park, garden, woodland, or forest. Visualize or feel the sun's warming rays and the earth firmly under your feet. Focus your breath and attention at your solar plexus or navel area. This chakra deals with emotional and power issues and is usually where the split from the wholeness that separates you from your desired happiness is stored. This center's element is fire. It is masculine and has a yellow color vibration. Continue to focus on your solar plexus or navel center. Breathe into it. As you do, allow the yellow of the sun to become golden. Then experience the sun growing larger. Feel the heat and light radiating from your belly. Focus on your crown center area. Feel it warm and glow with more golden light. Spend a few minutes breathing into your crown chakra. Then, when you are ready, concentrate on the space directly above your head. see an orb of white light above your head. Then ask that the presence of Archangel Raphael come into the light. As the Archangel's essence enters the space, you will feel an energetic shift, or see, hear, or otherwise experience his presence. Next, bring the energy into your prepared crown chakra, then into your solar plexus, via your heart. Allow your entire being to become a column of gold and white healing light. Ask and affirm that this disempowering separation, split, or wound between you and your natural birthright of fulfillment and connection to your spiritual power to be melted or burned away through the generating, transforming aspect of fire and sun. Ask the Archangel Raphael to heal you permanently of all disempowering beliefs, feelings, and habits. You do not have to name or even know the belief. Raphael, with his power of Kaiting, will know where they lie.
So, new empowerment. In the next part of this meditation, you will request to experience the empowerment of balanced love within you, toward others, and ultimately in union with the divine. Feel the keen quality of unspoken, heartfelt knowing between you and Raphael, between the male and female. Now return the feeling from your heart. This is the true miracle of love that heals. You now have this energy signature in your magnetic field. Therefore, you will attract the same toward you. Your heart is now your ally for discernment of that which is true and for your highest good, especially regarding choices and with relationships. Ask for a final blessing and healing from Archangel Raphael. Know that as you do this, your alignment prepares you for opening the chambers of your heart to spiritual powers, creativity, and conscious union with the divine. Thank Raphael for the blessing, and then see the white orb disappear. Feel your crown and solar plexus areas close. Return to normal breathing and become aware of your surroundings. Revisit and repeat this meditation when you want to make important decisions or choices or require correct discernment.
Oh, it's a beautiful experience.
Did you experience Archangel Raphael?
Yes.
Did he come to you? Yeah, when there's certain words that you say and it's just, I don't know if it's the sound vibration of the word or the whole meaning behind its association my whole body just starts vibrating, and it's like I get lifted out of my skin, and it's a spiritual experience. So I hope you enjoyed that experience, and it's important to do meditations like that, I feel, because it raises your vibration, and when you're in a higher frequency of vibration, your performance is also enhanced. So we're dealing with this quality of discernment, making choices now. So with this higher vibrational feeling that we have, can we make better, important decisions? So we want to start making some decisions about our business and our professional development. And maybe this is now a good time to make some decisions about our professional development now that we feel healed and we've released any disempowering beliefs, and we do have this new empowerment. So I don't know if you'd like to review a little bit of kind of what we've learned so far, or if we kind of just want to jump in. But like, where do you think everyone is at, Nadira, in their businesses? Like, since we've started the journey with the Fool, and how much have we learned so far?
I'm sure that our audience have become very clear, first with the Fool, their intentions, and then the tools that the magician gave, and then the love and nurturing of the high priestess, and then the empress, the emperor. I'm sure that with the meditation that we just had, now that they are open to giving out love and making connection with the people, their audience. And I think they're ready to continue with the stage that we have for them today.
So, as we've been tuning into ourselves and aligning our personal development more and more with our highest degree of potential, we can become more and more aware of the gifts that we have for our community. So when we go into our professional development, we think about, what is great that we have discovered, that we have created, that we're doing, that we can give to others. So hopefully by now, we all have some sort of our own business, whether we've created a product, a course, or we're involved in a joint venture, affiliate offer. So we have some value that we're offering others that ideally we're aligned with and that we love. For example, like I have aligned with this health company called Bio Optimizers that create these magnesium supplements, and I've absolutely fallen in love with magnesium. You can't get enough magnesium in food these days. So I've found magnesium is one of the main things that causes a lot of health problems in people. It assists us speed up our metabolism. I mean, literally, it's magnesium. It's like magnetic. So it just like activates everything in your body is controlled by magnetics. And then that's your whole energetic aura. So if you're having trouble attracting things to yourself, like the law of attraction, you're not attracting things into your auric field, maybe you need some more magnesium. I've fallen in love with these blue block glasses. If I can just give a little sponsor shout out, all the things we love. Blue light, I'm on the computer all day at night, and blue light at night from the computers gives me a headache and keeps me up all night. I wear these every night now, these blue blockers.
And James, you look really hot wearing them. They look really good on you.
Yeah, I also want to show you my underwear too, are lined with silver. Maybe you can see it. Because you want to protect your goods from electromagnetic frequency, they're, with these electronic devices, they're after your goods. So I wear silver-lined undies from Lambs, and so whatever it is that you're in love with, maybe you found something on the internet that you absolutely love, and you're representing it, or maybe you've created your own thing. But we're aligning with what we love, so that we can, when we share our message and bring our message out, we have that lover's intent behind our shared message. So if you're in an industry and you're not really feeling that love, maybe you want to think about changing industries. We started using this Passion app that lets us create our own application and put our course inside the Passion app. So maybe if you want to be a teacher and you're thinking about teaching a course, having your own app is a brilliant way to do that through the Passion app. And for all other things, digital marketing on the internet, we're switching everything over to Groove. So we're moving our WordPress sites over to the Groove blog and starting to use Groove Mail and Groove Pages instead of ClickFunnels, and that's saving us a ton of money. So we're recommending people blog using the Groove blog, and you can get started for free. So all of those links are down below. Those are just some examples of what we love, but we want to know, what do you love? And we're creating groups and teams around the things that we love, so we can all share this passion together. So start thinking about what you love and what you're bringing of value to your community. And we're going to be talking about SEO that works, search engine optimization that works, for working with our Groove blog. So getting started with the Groove blog is super simple, easier than any other blogging system before, easier than WordPress. You just click and you're in. I'm going to share my screen in a little bit and show you how we find keywords and how we hunt for keywords. But before I do that, I want to share with you a short little exercise about what I do when I'm thinking up of SEO. So if you're thinking about being found on the internet, there's two ways that people are going to fall in love with your content. They're either going to be searching for it in the search engines like Google or Bing or DuckDuckGo, and they're going to be typing something in that they're searching for, and then depending on your SEO, how well you're optimized for the search engines, they're going to find your piece of content or not and be able to fall in love with the value that you're sharing. The other way is through viral sustainability. So if you share your content in a social media network, if it's good content, people are going to share that. And then it's going to go what's called viral, and people are going to keep sharing it, and it's going to get in front of people's eyeballs so that they can fall in love with your content that way. So we're going to talk about these two ways that people can find your content and fall in love with it. I'm going to talk a little bit about SEO that works for a little bit. And then Nadir, if you have anything else you want to share about SEO, and then you can talk about viral sustainability. And then we'll end with the questions to consider and the affirmations. So you'll have some good ideas to start thinking about for your blogs, and then how to come up with good keywords around those topics, and plunk away at your blog, and then become in love with by all of your incredible fans that you're going to get through practicing these techniques. So first, kind of the first thing that I kind of go over with, as I get grab a pencil and a piece of paper, we're just going to be like jotting down some notes here. So just kind of like what we were doing before, releasing disempowering beliefs and then new empowerment. Just draw a line down the center, and on the left side, just write anything that isn't working for you, maybe that's in your head, that isn't going to make you any money, and just write it down. Something that's a distraction. Anything that's a distraction, just write over on the left column. Now on the right column, write things that you're absolutely in love with, that is going to be good for your business, that you want to learn more about, that other people in your niche want to learn more about, what's exciting to learn about, what you want to write about, what you want to research. these are going to be our starting point for our SEO work that we're going to be doing, and getting ready to get a list of great ideas that we can blog about, and start generating interest towards our niche. So I'm just going to go off one thing that I found here, but get up some good ideas. Just start writing, and then anything that's on the left, anything that's a distraction, just move it over to the left. All right, I'm going to share my screen here, so let's see if this works. Yeah. Okay. So I want to share with you a tool called the Google Keyword Planner. The Google Keyword Planner has been around a really long time. You can just type Google Keyword Planner into Google and it'll show up. But basically it's this ads.google.com website /tools/keyword-planner. So you don't need to spend any money on the Google Ads platform, but you do need to have a Google account to sign up for. So we're just going to be using their tools inside of their ads platform. So when you hit that big blue button or you sign in, I'm going to show you what the Google Keyword Planner looks like. So here's where we can search for keywords that are kind of related to your keyword. So say you have like your root keyword, and wow, this is loading. Just pick like your best keyword. Maybe you even use the keyword in your business name. Might need to refresh this here. So for an example, we were looking at personal development, and because that's one thing that both Nadir and I are in love with is personal development, and we spend a lot of our time researching different personal development techniques and practices, and we're building our blogs and our website around the idea of personal development. So I started this personal development blog. All right, so there it goes. It's not going to work for us. So when you go into the keyword planner, you can basically type in personal development, and then it's going to share with you all of the other keywords that are kind of related to it. So you can also do this just in your search engine. So if you just type in what you're looking for, it's going to have all of these auto suggestions that come down that it's thinking that maybe you might start thinking about. So if we're passionate about personal development, we might think about writing blogs about these other words that they auto suggest. So we have personal development plan, personal development school, maybe samples. So in the Google keyword tool, if it's gonna work for us, it'll actually show you how many people are looking for those words each month, and then what the competition is on those words. So you kind of want to find a word that has a high search. All right, so it's going to work. But low competition. So if it's between like 10K and 100K people searching for that keyword each month, but there's low competition, then it might be a good idea for you. So here we're looking up personal development plan because that's a lot of people are searching for a personal development plan, but there's not a whole lot of competition here. So we have these a few ideas here of some people that have a PDF here, but are ranking for this. So if we wanted to rank for the keyword personal development plan, we would have to beat all of these other people with this personal development plan keyword. So there's some techniques that how we might be able to outrank other people for that keyword. So I'm going to give you just like a few ideas on how to do that in a little bit. But first I want to share with you like how easy it is to do SEO inside of the Groove blog website. So here's your Groove back office. It has all of your quick links here to your pages and your funnels, your selling statistics, your mail, your members, your video, and here's your blog. So you just click on the blog here, and I'll share with you my blog here if it'll load. So here's my personal development blog, how does spirituality affect your personal development? And I just want to share with you how easy it is to edit on here. So yeah, you can edit right on the page. You just click there and you can edit right on there. All you have to do is hit this plus button here, and you can add in the different kind of item you want. If you want a widget or a picture or a video or a headline or a text body. When you're ready to do your SEO, I just hit the gear icon up here, and we have our SEO and our different post settings here over here. So you can enter into a image, your post slug, and then your keywords down here, and you can just plug in those keywords and your excerpt for the metadata. So the idea is here that you want to put your keywords in your headline for your URL slug, and then just put them in your keywords tags here, and then also have them in your excerpt. That way when people put it into the search bar, they see what they're looking for in the headline, and then also in the first little blurb that it auto propagates. A lot of times what's happening now is people will get their answer before even clicking on the page. So if they see the suggested answer in the auto suggest, even with voice dictation, people are just asking their questions into Google using their voice, and then you have Siri or the Google robot just saying out loud your blog title and what's written in the blog. So it's really amazing what's going on with SEO these days. But Groove makes it really simple. All you got to do is just plop in your words right there. So you can use the technique that I just shared with you about connecting with what you're passionate about, and then just writing those down on a piece of scratch paper while you're just coming up with ideas, and then head over to the keyword planner tool, and then start searching for some related keywords. And yeah, there's basically two different types of mentalities going into SEO. There's the kind of people that don't care about SEO at all, and they just write a really good post. They just want to write the post to the best of their abilities, and then worry about SEO later, and then just kind of pull out whatever they're talking about and putting that in the title. And that's fine. That's one way to do it. The other way is thinking about SEO first, and then writing the post around, or writing the content around those SEO words. So depending on how your brain works, one might work better than the other. And I like to do both. I like to just write about whatever I want to write about, and that's fine. And then I also like to do keyword research and have a strategy about going into writing my blog post, where I'm going to cover all of the keywords around my related topic. And so what are some like some more SEO tips just for right now, for today in the blogosphere? What's working now? How can we actually outrank those people? So your domain name will get authority. How does the Google algorithm actually rank your post? So the Google algorithm is changing every single day, so there's tons of different tips. One thing here, this writer on Blogger's Passion is talking about LSI keywords. So this is a fancy name that I feel like they're making this up. Latent semantic indexing keywords, LSI keywords. They're nothing but relevant keywords which are related to your primary keywords. So they can also be considered as synonyms. So sometimes and Google will auto suggest these different synonyms for you. But if your keyword is taken, there might be an LSI related to that you can get in. So here's an example: how to lose weight. Then you have all of these different LSI suggestions: how to reduce weight in 10 days, how to reduce weight naturally, how to lose weight fast at home without exercise. These are all LSI keywords. So once you find all of these different LSI keywords related to your keyword, then it's like you have infinite things to blog about, because you can change and tweak your blog and write a new blog post for each one of these keywords. So sometimes, when we say write a blog post every day, did you go to work today on the internet? If you didn't write a blog, no, you didn't. We say that because, you really should be doing the work of generating these inbound traffic to your website through SEO. And now that you know about these LSI keywords, there's not enough time in the day to write all these blogs. Maybe you need to hire a blog writer for you. So hopefully writing content isn't the problem, and you're passionate about these things. So what else would you rather do than write about what you're passionate about, what we're in love with? That's why we started with the lover's meditation, so we can let go of anything that's disempowering. Maybe when we were having trouble blogging before, it's because we were writing about something we weren't aligned with. Here's some more tips from Moz.com. Favicon optimization. A lot of people forget about the favicon. That's the little symbol that's up that's kind of right by your keywords. If you have a nice favicon, people are gonna kind of click on it more. It's just kind of so it's not just your headline, but it's also a little picture next to the headline. People forget about that, but it's super easy to set up a favicon inside Groove, so don't worry about that. See these little symbols next to the name? Those are favicons. So breadcrumb optimization, that's talking about how you have breadcrumbs that kind of lead into your post. So this is done through your meta tagging and your headline. So people kind of see your meta descriptions before they click on your post. So 30% of websites don't even use meta descriptions. That's crazy. So 70% of the time, Google will actually rewrite your meta description. That's super interesting. So in Groove, you can customize your meta description right there. So putting a number in your title helps a lot. So you can be 9 ways to lose weight. People love that. And then the next blog is 10 ways to lose weight, and everyone's copying each other. Then you have the blog that's 10 blog articles that tell you how to lose weight. All right, so what is the title boilerplate? Boilerplates are the parts of your title tag that repeat every single time. It's kind of interesting. So when you have multiple blog posts, but each of them have their has one thing that's continuous, that's the same part of the blog. So what they're saying is they used to have Whiteboard Friday at the end of every Whiteboard Friday until we tested it out, and they find that actually they got more clicks and higher rankings when they removed it. So boilerplate, you want your title to be unique, provide unique value. So I would encourage you to experiment with your boilerplate and see if removing it actually increases your ranking. So always have like unique titles, because they've already seen it. So here, this one is Whiteboard Fridays. This one is removed it. So it's like, it's new. You have to click on both of them to see what's different. So FAQ is huge. You can have an FAQ section of your blog and just have everything in the FAQ that you need. I don't know if I'm going to go over all of these ideas, but if you want to take action on SEO and want to learn more, you can start typing into Google kind of, what are the best SEO tips for your date, your time. But I there's a lot out there, so I actually spent a few hours kind of searching through kind of what's the best. So I picked out some of the best content that I found to share with you guys, so that you don't have to do that research. So relaunching top content is huge. A lot of us forget about the content that we've created a few years ago. Sometimes if we just do a little edit and re-hit the publish button, there it goes again, and then it gets that added content. So increasing internal linking, having links inside of your website that link to other parts of your website is a great way. It increases, again, so you can update your old content and then update the link as well. So you're not just adding the different aspects of the content, but actually change the link. So it used to be the case where you'd have all these backlinks in your website and it was supposed to increase how well your site functioned, but now we're realizing that all these unnecessary backlinks are actually hurting your SEO rankings. So if the backlink is unnecessary, don't worry about it. So a lot of these things will automatically be fixed for you in Groove, so you don't have to worry about like your mobile link being different. Investing in long-term content. So are you just making a post? If you write about current events, that's a great way to get a lot of clicks now. But if you invest in something that's going to stick around, content that's going to be around for a long time, use more headers. Remember to use the H1, H2, H3 tags. So leveraging topic clusters. So don't just launch one piece of content, but launch a series of pieces of content around that subject. Don't put your content in tabs. Just put your content right there on the page. That's pretty much what I want to talk about for now. I don't know if we need to get into this technical stuff. Link building is connecting with other people and getting your link on other people's blogs. This is great, being the last click. So you want to be the first click and the last click, which basically means to satisfy your customer fully and give them what you want. So when you start off with your keyword, fulfill it with a call to action to fulfill on that. So that's about what I wanted to share for SEO. How are you doing, Nadira?
I love everything that you were sharing. So James was talking about how to use SEO, and then he was using the Google search engine to optimize the website, the content that we have created. So James, so do you have more to share, or shall I?
No, take it away.
Okay, right. So I want to tell you about, now James talked about how to use Google search engine. Now, what about different social medias? Because what James said was how to drive traffic from website to your website from Google. Now, how about how to drive traffic from the different social medias into your website. And that too, like all these social medias, including YouTube, all the social medias, including YouTube, Facebook, they all have search engines. And let's take a look at how we can do that. So I also want to share my screen with you so that I can show that to you. But before that, now we have, when, for example, let's just take YouTube, right? Now James spoke about using keywords in Google. Now, when you look at YouTube and how to drive traffic from website to from YouTube to your website, the tags act like keywords, and you can use tags to optimize the content that you're creating. And then when you have in your description box, you could have a link to your website, and that will drive the traffic to your website. So I want to go a little bit deep into how to find these tags, or how to find the best tags, and how can we use this. So let me just share my screen with you. So yes, now James was talking about Google. He was so this is something a little bit different. I think James is talking about Google keyword planner. Now this is Google Trends, and just like how James was, so I had this typed in, you can go to Google Trends and then type in the keyword, or even it could be your title, the title of the YouTube video that you want to have. So so one of them could be personal development, and then one of them could be, and here's the beautiful thing is that you can compare different keywords. So you can also use this for Google search engine optimization, just like how James was sharing about Google keyword planner. You can use this for Google. And so right now, if you want to use, like, the best word to use would be personal growth, would be a good keyword to use in for search engine optimization on Google. Now, so you can use this for Google. Now, I was going to tell you that how can we use this for the tags on YouTube. So if you can see here, you can use the same Google Trends to optimize your YouTube video. So you see web search here. You just have to go there and then click on YouTube search, and voila, you get these are certain words that these are how people type into Google. So you saw how that changed. So you could use this. Yeah, I'm just going to stop sharing screen. So yes, you could use that, and because I think we all should use tags in our Google, in our YouTube videos that we are creating. These tags, like I said, they act like the keywords. So using tags and talking more about now in Google, now our goal in Google would be to rank on the first page of Google. Now when it comes to YouTube, if you have seen, or next time you are watching a video, pay attention to what comes up in up next, because you want your videos to be shown in up next, right? Because they might be watching one of your videos, and then the up next video also should be one of your videos. And the way that you can do this is through using these tags. So when it comes to tags, so for example, personal development gateway, we could use personal development gateway tag in every video content that we are producing. And this will tell the YouTube algorithm that all these keywords are related, all these tags are related, and for it to be shown in up next. And then you can specifically, you could, and then depending on the content, you could add more keywords to differentiate these different videos that you are creating. So this way, you could optimize your website for using YouTube, and this is how you use search engine optimization to drive traffic from YouTube to your website. And you can do the same with Facebook and also with your Instagram account. Even Instagram uses tags. Most people type in all these tags into the search engine on Instagram, and that way your content will be shown. And for Facebook, not much people will be using tags, but people do use tags. But we can optimize. We can use the headings. We could use the keywords that people are typing to add to the title of our content. And that's so I hope that you will start to use these tags just like the keywords, and this way we could optimize. This is how you use SEO to drive traffic. So
sweet, thank you. I'm already thinking of some keywords I want to use for my next blog. I'm definitely feeling the love and the passion to like start writing, start sharing my content, and just owning those keywords. Like, you know, if you're in love with those subjects, like you want to share your love for those keywords, so let it out. So you want to talk to us a little bit about viral sustainability? What's that? It sounds terrible. Is that a new disease that's coming out? Do you have to, how do you protect yourself from viral sustainability? No way.
Well, I hope it's it's connected to love, so that
so it's the love that's going viral.
That's going viral, yeah. Yes. It's the love that's going viral. So we've finished with the above average production formula, and now we're getting into relationship team building in this next stage. So when it comes to, would you like me to start first, and then you can share what you have as well?
Yeah, go for it.
Now, when it comes to viral sustainability is about how can we make our content that we produce, how can we make it go viral? So if you think about it, the way that content go viral is when your friends or your audience share it with others, and we need this to be sustainable. Now, I have a few points that I want to introduce to you so that you could use this to make your content go viral and other people are sharing it with their friends. Okay, the first way is through, we need to determine what is, like we have talked about this in our previous stages as well, that whatever we do, we need to, it's important that we define our purpose. We need to be clear as to why we are delivering this. So first, you could think about the general purpose of your content. Is the general purpose to inspire, to motivate, to inform people, to entertain people? What is your general purpose? And once you are clear on your general purpose, then you could work on the specific purpose. What is the specific purpose that for your content? Because we need to be clear, because this is all about now viral sustainability. Now you can go viral when your content is relevant, when your content is of good quality. So to determine that, to make sure that our content is of good quality, we need to get clear on these initial, the basics of it. So the purpose, and so that's one thing. And the second point is when it comes to emotions and feelings, because I feel that, and I'm an ardent adherent of using feelings in whatever content that I'm creating and using it in marketing. Because here's the thing, we all are beings who feel. We're feeling beings. So when you are sharing that story, make sure that you are able to tap into the emotions, the feelings of your audience, because it's with that feeling that your audience takes action. Now, we spoke about this. I remember we spoke about this previously, but today we are talking about viral sustainability. So what feeling should we evoke in our audience so that they share our content? Because how to go viral? How do we go viral? It's by getting our audience to share. So the feeling that we want to evoke in our audience is that people, when they're watching your video and when they finish their video, the people should want to share it with their friends and say that, hey, we were just talking about this. That's the next thing, because people share content when they have already when they already had a conversation with one of their friends maybe. And to give you an example of how this works, how our feelings work. So my handsome husband, James, so yesterday I was on Facebook, and I was just scrolling through the Facebook feed, and I saw the mouse was not scared at all. The mouse kept moving forward, and the cat, on the other hand, too, started sniffing the mouse. So the mouse would just like sniff, 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 and it was like, but what are we programmed to believe though? That cats eat mice. And so this was very fascinating, and I loved the love that this cat and mouse had in between them. And I immediately remembered my handsome husband, because Because James had shared with me some time back how his cat just found a mouse and ate it, and he was very upset about that. I mean, because he loves animals, and that's something I adore about him. James loves animals, and so he was sharing this with me, and because we had that conversation before, I knew that I felt that I need to share this with James and show that, look at this, look at the cat and the mouse, they're so in love. That the cat is very patient with the mouse, and so this is how we can use feelings to really tap into our audience. I was just sharing an example with you. So think about when you shared something. What was the last time that you shared something with your friends or family? And then think about, why did you share it? What feeling evoked you? And now apply this to the content that you are creating for your audience, and ask yourself the question of, what feeling do I want to evoke? Now we're talking about wider sustainability, so I'm sharing with you what feeling that you want to evoke. The feeling should be that people should want to share this content with their friends and tell them, we were just talking about this. So I hope that you're going to use this. And yes, so James, do you have anything would you like to how do you like that?
That's great. What do you guys think? Do I have a wonderful wife or what? Like, being able to tap into people's emotions with your posts. So I totally don't think about that emotion stuff like at all. Like I'm a whole brain, intellectual mind person. So it's like I share a post when I learn something from it. So if I'm like searching the internet or if I'm scrolling through social media and I find a post, whether or not I'm going to share it or not is whether or not I learn something from it, and whether or not I think my audience is going to learn something from it. So I guess those are two different ways of thinking about it, from an emotional level or from an intellectual level. Maybe people also tap into like their spirituality. If it's something that it inspires them, they might share it. Or if it's a lifestyle post, maybe people would share it if they want people to collaborate with them and get excited about this style of lifestyle. So there's kind of those four different, earth, wind, water, fire type of archetypes: loving, learning, living, leaving your legacy. So I think emotions might be the most powerful out of all of those, and I think that's why Nadira tapped into that and shared that with you first, because it's emotions that get people to take action. Like if the post is educational and they're learning something from it, I mean, that's what the kinds of things that I like to share. But I think most people will share things because there's that emotional tug. There's the story that they associate with. So when you make your post about your emotional journey through the process, you're allowing your audience to identify with your emotions and how you feel, and then bringing them along with the process.
Right. And I think even with educational content, you could use feeling to evoke your audience to share. because even though you're creating educational content, yeah, you can be sharing some educational content, but like even when you're sharing it, if you can ask the question of or if you can get the people to share it with their friends and think, what would my audience have had a conversation with their friends about? Because the feeling that we are tapping here is that we want to get them to share. And why would they share? Because they have had a conversation about it with their friends. So they could have had a conversation about something that is educational too. And you can still use
and
it.
And then go like, look, see, I was right. And they use your content to prove their point.
Mm-hmm. That was if you had an argument with someone, then again, that's another way that someone, if one of your audience had an argument with someone, and if your content proves their point, just like James said, that's another reason why people would share it with whoever they had an argument with.
So
yes, I
do you have more?
I do have more, actually, yes.
Okay, yeah, good. I was just going to ask for more.
Okay, lovely. I'm happy to share. Our next point is that we need to be clear on what role it is that we have. So again, we're talking about viral sustainability. So to make your videos go viral, like I said, we need to think about the quality of our videos. And one thing is the role. What we need to be clear on, what role is it that I'm playing here? Are you the writer of, if it's a blog post, you would be the writer. If it's some video content, are you the one who is doing the talking? Are you the one who is interviewing? We need to be clear on this, and then determine the format of what we are sharing, and think of how this will enable us to go viral. So it's important that we think about the formats. And moving on to the next point that I want to make, if we want to go viral, now why would anyone click? So let's say we are on social media, and why would anyone click on the content that you have to share? Maybe it could be a written blog post or a video. Is the thumbnail that you're going to use. It could be even on YouTube. So because we might have that amazing content that everyone wants to read and also share, because that's what we want, right? Viral sustainability means how can we get everyone to share? Now, we might have the most amazing content that gets people to share it, but then if they don't click through to that content, our efforts are going to go to waste. So we should not avoid thumbnails when we are talking about viral sustainability. Now, thumbnail together with words, I should add. So it's very important what kind of words that we are using, the captions that we are using. So for example, let's say, we need to evoke curiosity in our audience that gets them to click through to our content. And how can you evoke this curiosity? So for example, if your content is based on weight loss, then you can say, and you can have a thumbnail, a picture of you doing a certain exercise. And then maybe you can have a caption that says, do this exercise to get 6-pack abs in 3 months. Now, this is going to get your audience to click through because they want to find out more. They saw this picture and now they want to see how effectively, how can we apply this exercise and how can we get the six-pack abs. Now this is going to get your audience to click through to your content. And then the other important thing, we're talking about captions here, and the headings that we're using. The other important thing is that we need to always make sure that we deliver what we promised. So if we promise in the caption that you're going to get this, it's important, this is very important, that we deliver what we promised in the content, in the blog post or in the video. Because if not, what's going to happen? If we don't deliver this, if we don't deliver what we promised, that's going to break the trust between our audience and us, and they're not going to come back to you. And the other thing is they're not going to share your content, because what do we all want? Viral sustainability. So if we don't deliver what we promise, that's just going to break our trust. So remember, whatever you promise, just deliver it, and deliver more, which takes me to the next point is, so just talking about the thumbnail, the caption or the heading, we can also add a description. So we can also use the description to create viral sustainability so that our audience shares our content with their friends and family, which is, you can simply just use you can use the words share this with your friends. Share this with your friends and show some love, because if you just watched maybe a video that is very funny and you had a good laugh about it, they would want to share it with their friends. So sometimes when they say the words share this with the ones you love, they would want to share it. And also that's one thing you can add. You can also tell, watch this till the end. Watch this video. If it's a video, watch this till the end. If it's a blog post, read till the end. And again, if they're going to read till the end, we also have to think about delivering what it is that they were waiting for. Because again, that might break the trust if we don't. So delivering what we promised is again another key thing that we have to remember with the words that we're using in the description. So I hope that you're going to apply all these into your thumbnails and description, and because this will get your audience to really want to share your amazing content with their friends. And description. So another thing is that you could also promise them a giveaway. You can promise them a giveaway. Maybe I'll let James tell you more about giveaway, and then I'll go to the next thing, because I'm sure that he has something amazing to share with you when it comes to giveaways and how to use that in viral sustainability. So I'll just leave that up to him, and let me go to the next. The next point I want to make is that we need to think about the frequency as well, of the frequency of putting our content out there. Like for example, it's for YouTube, you can post a video like once a week, maybe for Facebook like 4 times a week, then for Instagram like once a day. So that people keep seeing it to know.
Yeah, I would say even increase the frequency on Instagram. You could probably post 3 to 5 times a day on Instagram, and I wouldn't necessarily be scared about posting too much. I think better to post too much than too little. You can kind of see when you're oversaturating people, but you'll get buried. I would say post and post and post.
Right. So I would love for you to also share about giving away a freebie and then getting our audience to share. Before that, may I talk about the last thing that I want to include when it comes to viral sustainability before I give it to you?
Yeah, do it. Thanks. Yeah. Giveaways will be short and sweet. But thank you. You've answered a lot of questions I had about the thumbnail and the description and the call to action. So you're knocking it out of the park. Thanks.
Right. So when it comes to viral sustainability, it's very important that we do this. And we're talking about love today. We're doing everything out of love. So yeah, there is a purpose. We talked about the general and specific purpose for you. And also I think that it's very important that we do this out of love, that everything that we create should come from your heart. We should deliver it out of our heart, out of love. And because your audience is going to feel this. Because the way that you communicate, the way that the messages that you're sharing when you're coming from a place of love, because love is inviting. So I encourage all of you to come from a place of love when you're sharing it. And so we are in this course here, we're talking about how to get you to make money, but I would say money would be like a byproduct, and when you're doing it out of love, you will attract the money too. But I think first we should come from a place of love and deliver everything from a beautiful place, because you love your audience. And that will actually get you more money too, because they're in love with your content and they want to pay you more to get your content. So I want to leave you with that. For this section that we just spoke about, we're talking about relationship team building in this stage of our development. So I'm going to hand it over to James. If you want to talk about maybe freebies, you can share what you have.
Okay, yeah. The last thing I might want to share on viral sustainability. I mean, the main thing it's going to come down to, and you can do all these little like technical things, is just how good your post is and whether or not people love it enough to share it. Cold, plain, and simple. That's the absolute truth. There's some technique, and you can have intention behind it to make your post viral, so that you can sustain a constant flow of traffic to it through the methodologies that we've been going over with you. But it's just going to come down to whether or not people love your content. That's just going to come down to producing good content, right? So the one last thing I think I could share with you that you could do is by offering a little incentive for people to share your work. Now, when we're a part of a team, like an affiliate team, we incentivize people with cash, right? So we have a very lucrative affiliate program that we're a part of through Groove and through our other affiliate marketplaces. So you can actually get paid to share our content that's related to Groove. If you sign up through their portal there, you can get up to 40% commissions on their structure, and it's free to get started. But if you want to be professional, you want to upgrade, and then you'll be making money. So when we're working through Groove inside that marketplace, we can create products and then share them with our affiliates, and then they can actually get paid if they share any of that content, and then people can click through and buy something. But if you just want to share content and build a list, think about doing a free giveaway. Like if you're podcasting on YouTube or doing a live event. And by the way, live events get shared a lot too because people want to go to the event with their friend, right? So doing live events is a great way to get people to start sharing. And then at the beginning of the live event, you can just say like, hey, like hit the share button, and then or if there's some way you can track metrics and you can see like, hey, if you share this with a certain amount of people, or if you bring a certain amount of people to the event, if people click through to the webpage through their affiliate ID, and we have ways of doing this through tracking, you can offer something like a free t-shirt or a free giveaway or whatever it is. So that's just one thing to think about. If there's something you can give away to people who will share your link. So if there's nothing else you want to talk about, we can go into the questions to consider and the affirmations, and then
sure, I would love that.
These questions can be fresh in our minds to inspire us to start some blogging and sharing our content. If you're writing these questions down in your journal and then thinking of how these can relate to your professional development and your business. So let's kick off the questions here. How do we nourish our relationship with the God of our own understanding? So we do these meditation practices, and at the beginning of this session, we did a meditation. We brought in Archangel Raphael. So that's an example of how we nourish our connection with our higher power, our higher source. But it's actually been polled, and they've done statistics on this, in that business owners that believe in God actually sell more. That's actually a proven statistic, is that if people know that the person that they're buying for believes in God, they're more likely to buy from them. That's actually a statistic. So I've had an opportunity to interview and hear testimonies from a lot of really successful entrepreneurs and business owners, and they all thank God. Every single one of them thanks God. So how do you communicate with the God of your understanding? How do you nourish that relationship? And doing any of the meditations that we share in this course is a great way. But maybe you have your own. And maybe the way that you nourish your connection with the God of your own understanding, maybe that helps give you the nourishment to experience the love necessary for you to be passionate in your great work, to do great work, and to greatly affect others. Do you want to comment on that at all, Nadira? If you have is there a way that you nourish your relationship with your God of your understanding? Do you do anything else besides these meditations that we've shared?
Yeah, I love that you brought out meditation here, because that is very important. Meditation that gets us into a spiritual level, and then we can connect with our higher self, which is very, very important.
Well, they say praying is talking to God, but meditating is listening to God.
Right. And yes, so just like just like with the meditation, so James asked if there's anything else that I do, and something that I do, is that I journal. I do journaling if I want to release something, right? So one thing that I do is I would journal to release whatever that is there's anything that is bothering me or anything that's blocked, I first release it and then I start my meditation. So now it's no more in my mind, it's all released. So just like how in the meditation which spoke about disempowering beliefs, releasing them, I do this through journaling and then I release it, and then I get into meditation now that I'm very much open to receiving, to listening, to hearing messages, and developing this relationship that I have with higher self.
That's great. I like to use journaling too as well. Do you have the next question there? Do you want to?
The next question, for sure. Do I choose what is correct for me with faith and guidance from my higher self? So you can answer this question. Do you choose what is correct for you with faith and guidance from your higher self? Or
yeah. I try to. I definitely intend to, and I'm getting a lot better at that now. But that's been a problem in my past before, and when I find myself in trouble situations, that's the phrase that I remember to get me out of it, because a lot of times I'm looking for reassurance from a mentor or a figure or a friend or Nadira or someone that I trust or want to impress, and I think that they have the right answer. And I'm trying to wait on them and depend on them for what they're saying, when really the only one, I want to say the one that's going to know what's best for you is your higher self. So what I do is I have a pendulum, and here I'll show you. So you can get a quartz crystal like this.
He never fails to impress me.
Okay, yeah, that's because I know how to connect with my higher self. So here's the test that you can do. I have a quartz crystal like this. It's hanging on a metal string. And I hold it above my palm, kind of right in front of my heart chakra. And I say, may I be connected to my higher self.
I love that.
And look, so my energetic field, the energy around myself, it's connecting with my higher self. So this energetic field is causing the quartz crystal to sway. So it's going back and forth like a yes, I'm connected to my higher self. So now I can ask my higher self the question that I'm wondering about. Like, should I eat beef for dinner? It just stops. Now it's going the other way. No, no, you shouldn't. All right, I just connected to my higher self and had a question answered. So it's as simple as that. If you haven't tried using a pendulum, grab a quartz crystal. Maybe we can have a link for that below too.
That's lovely.
Do you have a way that you connect with your faith and guidance from your higher self that you want to talk about, or?
I guess I usually go with the feeling and whatever I feel that is right. And yeah, it could be my higher self guiding me to feel whatever I'm feeling, and then I lead with my heart. Like mostly that's something I do more than in the head. I tend to I go with my heart, and if this is something that I don't want someone else to experience, then that's not something I would be doing. And so I would say I go with what I'm feeling, and yeah, it could be my higher self making me feel that way or guiding me to feel that way. And yes.
So are we choosing self-love and self-worth over someone else's needs and problems? This is huge, because how often do we think about other people's needs and problems and being a people pleaser and just wanting to help other people, but where does our own self-love, where does our own self-worth fit into that picture, and how are we doing justice to ourselves, and how are we able to give to other people when we're not putting our own self-love and our own self-worth first?
Right. A way to find that out is to know what it is that you're feeling. Are you feeling desperate for external love? Because if you're trying to get external love from external people, it means that you have not given yourself, allowed yourself to develop that internal love. So yes, it's very important that we begin to love ourselves first, because when we do accept and love ourselves, then only can we give it to someone else, then only can we love, then only can we know the feeling of it, and then only can we share it with everyone that we love. Do you want to add more to that, James?
No, read the next question.
Okay, so how do the situations and people I attract reflect my internal relationship with my heart, mind, practicality, and spirit? And I see that this has to do with, this is about mirroring, because what is it that you are attracting is whatever that's going on internally for you. So it's very good. Like, the outside world is a mirror of your
Yes. This is the law of attraction. So what we're putting into our mind and what we're putting into our heart and our spirit, like our bodies are resonators. So our thoughts are sound. It's a sound that's happening inside of our brain, and that sound has a reverberation. So when we trigger a feeling or an experience through our thoughts, that allows our emotions to start working, because our heart is that magnet for that energetic type. So we have this math that's going on in the vibration of our physiology, and it's that math of the vibration that's going to connect with the world around you. So if you're all down and out and depressed and sad, like, you're probably only going to attract more down and out, depressed and sad people around you. You have to go through that metamorphosis yourself, and then when you're happy and in love, you're going to attract more happy and in love people. And that works for everything. And could probably pull up a quote from The Secret or the law of attraction, but that's the secret right there. If you want to change your outside circumstances, change yourself. So last question here. Do my relationships reflect self-love or fearfulness and a lack of self-worth? Take a look at your relationships right now. I know we all want to say, like, our relationships reflect self-love, but how many times have we been in a relationship with people because we're in a fearful state of lack of self-worth, right? When we attach ourselves onto different mentors or leaders that aren't good for us, or people get involved in relationships, especially women get involved with men, and it's unhealthy because of that lack of self-worth, that fearful state. And how many times has someone taken a job and worked with a client or a customer because they needed the money, not because they really wanted to help that person? Are you working with people because you're afraid if you don't, you're going to lose money? Or are you working with people because you really love what you're doing? It's a critical question to ask. I know it seems super basic, but that's a big problem that people have if they don't wake up to it. So, gotta ask yourself, like, where are you with your relationships? Is this reflecting self-love or fearful and lack of self-worth? Is there anything you want to add on that?
I love what you are sharing, and that is very true. You need to start to love yourself. You need to start to get into a place where you can say, I am enough. And just like how James is sharing, we need to, if not, we need to start working on ourselves. And I'm sure that now that you are in this fourth level, this gateway of the invincible heart, you have come through, you have done the previous work. But if not, you can always go to level 2, and then you can use the gateway to emotional healing to get yourself to a place of self-love and self-worth. But I believe that you're all here and now, that you all love yourself, and because it's a very beautiful thing when you love yourself and when you accept yourself fully, and when you know that you're enough, and when you can give it to others. It's a very beautiful feeling.
All right, that's awesome. So I hope everyone's got some good things to journal about, think about, maybe write some blog posts about. We'll just end out with these affirmations. Let's see. Do you want to take turns saying them first, or I'll just say them? Sure. You want to say the first one? And then say it twice, and then we'll repeat it.
Right.
So go ahead.
I am loved. Okay. I am loved and loving.
I am loved and loving. The Archangel Raphael heals my body, mind, and spirit.
The Archangel Raphael heals my mind, body, and spirit.
The Archangel
Raphael heals my relationship with my beloved.
The Archangel Raphael heals my relationship with my beloved. I am known by my spiritual heart.
I am known by my spiritual heart. I choose that which is balanced and healthy.
I choose that which is balanced and healthy. I am open to the intimate relationship between me and my loved one.
I'm open to the intimate relationship between me and my loved one.
All right, thank you everyone. That's our episode today on the Lovers SEO that works and viral sustainability. Please like and share this video or this course with your loved ones, and spread the love all around. Get going with your writing journals, your blogs. Start writing those awesome SEO blog posts. Start sharing your content more and more on social media. Hit us up and tag us in your posts. Let us know that you're using what you've learned. Connect with us in the Facebook groups. Check out the links down below for how you can get started with all the things that we love, that we think that you're going to love as well. And we'll see you on the next Invincible Gateway to the Heart.
Right. Have a beautiful day that's filled with a lot of love, peace, freedom, and joy.